Ayubowang. His Excellency Urmas Ransalu, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Estonia, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of the United Arab Emirates. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I thank the Foreign Ministers of Estonia and the United Arab Emirates for hosting this important and timely summit. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced professional and social life into virtual realm. E-governance, e-commerce and e-medicine and such digitalization will be the new normal in the post-COVID-19 global landscape. His Excellency President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has envisioned a people-centric and knowledge-driven new beginning for the country, recognizing that the 21st century is defined by knowledge and innovation. Therefore, a new technology ministry has been established under his leadership. As such, digital government architecture is being developed to address the needs of the multiple layers of customer with the objective of keeping services effective, transparent, free of corruption and interoperable through the introduction of standards. The delivery of e-governance services will be in key sectors such as education, health, transport, immigration, registration of persons and companies, motor traffic, income tax revenue and local government. The priority for establishing a citizen-centric digital government is the first step to develop the unique digital ID relating to biographic and biometric data, which will be completed by mid-2021. The operationalization of this program involves the capacity building, technology diffusion and digital laws and policies to make services effective, affordable and accessible. However, in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, the work from home transition has led to surge in cyber attacks, phishing, scams and malicious activity, making cyber security awareness more important than ever. In light of this, one of Sri Lanka's obstacles is the global shortage of cyber security personnel. As such, Sri Lanka's Center for Cyber Security, in consultation with the ICT Agency of Sri Lanka, has issued cyber security guidelines for work from home. Sri Lanka, being the first country in South Asia to become a state party to the Budapest Cybercrime Convention, has been enhancing its cybersecurity ecosystem through international cooperation such as the Cyber Resilience for Development Program jointly implemented with Estonia, the UK and the Netherlands. I shall conclude by thanking the co-hosts for proactively bringing governments and businesses together to develop a roadmap through public-private partnerships for advancing our economies, resolving personal shortages and upholding the welfare of our people in the new normal context through digital solutions. Thank you.